And we are back with the last round from Chase's run through the Archon tournament at Fantasy Flight Game Center on March 22nd. Coming into this game at 2-1, losing his first round game, winning the next two, a close one and a not so close one. And with an opportunity here to match the best run with this deck at 3-1. He's coming in with 6 chains, dropping to 5 as he's taking that first draw only to 5 and playing second. He's shifting the cards around, thinking, am I going to keep this? And opting to play it.
Looks like so. So once again, we're not 100% sure who this is we're playing. The tokens look familiar, but hard to say.
They do. They look very sparkly. You can see them reflecting as the light is interrupted above them.
There we go. That came out, I think, in the FAQ recently, that you can stun an already stunned creature.
Yep.
Just because the one stun there doesn't prevent it.
A great job that Brad and Mercedes and the team have done of being really proactive in managing player-submitted questions and in putting those FAQs out so quickly and so consistently. And sometimes I think answering questions that seem quite obvious never seem to be a mystery to me that you'd be able to stun an already stunned creature.
Well, I mean, we did just have a massive discussion about the term in play, so...
That's true. I do try to keep myself out of the Keyforge legalese as much as I'm able to.
Yeah, no, I do the same. So let's see. So it looks like we got a...
We had Key down to destroy that Ember Imp.
Gotta get that Ember
Reaping
Imp
with
there.
both of those smashes. Yeah, and allowing it to sit for a turn. Knowing that he was content to play only 2 cards. Feeling confident that he would stay in Brabnar. And as he was able to move cards each time, continuing to drop chains and start slowly.
Let's see. So we've got at least this Logos combo here. I'm trying to figure out from that Archon card if I can see anything.
Save the pack, taking out 2 smashes. Great use of save the pack to kill 2.
And it looks like it's an Untamed.
And Untamed. An interesting combination of houses. One that is unlikely to have much Amber control. Very little to be found in Untamed, of course. And Logos with only the Effervescent Principle, which we already saw was discarded in our opponent's second turn. And those very small Amber tokens will be difficult to count.
So let's see here. So we've got... Is that a Chaos Portal on the board?
It's a Chaos Portal on the board. We've seen the Effervescent Principle already. There may be a second as he counts them up. Whiffing on the Chaos Portal. We'll see a Fogify on top of the deck. Playing an Archaeologist and a Doc Bookton. And ending his turn. And that Archaeologist, such a dangerous card, allowing you to archive a card from your discard pile as an action.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I have a couple decks where that can, if it stays on the board, it gets brutal.
Yeah. Another ability much like the Moon Cursor or the Umbra, where triggering only once or twice can be enough to really swing a game, allowing an effective card to be played multiple times. And at 4 power, not a small creature by any means. though it will start to feel small if that banner battle lands on the table.
Yeah, let's see. So
And I've figured out who we're playing against in this game. I know that this is a player who prefers to keep his identity under wraps, so we will not use his name.
okay.
Oh, I may be wrong on that read.
You are wrong on that read.
Yeah, it's not him.
I'm like those tokens. Those tokens don't match.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's see. Yeah, definitely worth getting that archaeologist out versus that Bookton, because
Yeah,
drawing a card is good, but archiving from your discard even better.
yeah, yeah. Hitting with the Chaos Portal that time to land that Niflip on the board.
Yep.
Purging the Niflip.
There we go. Chase
On his own War Drummer.
taking out his own War Drummer. That's one of his favorite moves, is to kill his own creatures with his Relentless Whisper.
Green and Silvertooth. And as he's looking across the table, should be noticing this is not a deck that's likely to interact with my Amber very significantly. And chose to steal the last Amber from his opponent. Oh no, his opponent still has 3.
That's what I
Okay.
say. It's that small amber there.
Looking like beads over there.
Did he really just pick up 2 more ghostly hands?
Is
that
that
could
possible?
this could be trouble.
And his opponent
Bringing out his dis.
calling Dis and Gateway to destroy all the creatures.
Oof.
And now we've seen the Gateway to Dis as well as the Effervescent Principle and also the Save the Pack. So a lot of ways to chain yourself with this deck. And Chase taking a look at the rare card Tollus.
Yep.
Tollus saying when a creature is destroyed, its controller's opponent gains 1.
Yes.
A
Yep.
dangerous card to play when your opponent has no creatures.
Well, I mean, they got to look at each other's deck lists, so maybe he's like, okay, I know this has a lot of creatures in it,
Yeah.
so let's get that out.
Anger on Bumpsy will kill a Churret, capturing 3 back and gaining 1 off the
Gaining 1.
effect from Tollus.
Yep. Let's see if he gets. There we go.
And the opponent will make sure that he remembers that. An unguarded camp. And very quickly, back to 6. Looking to forge a key on his very next turn.
Right. So we're sitting at, and he still has at least the one ghostly hand in hand, so able to pump up maybe possibly next turn up to 6 again.
And gaining amber quickly as his opponent, but with no keys forged. And moving into Untamed appears to be conceding the second key, opting to develop the board.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like there's much steal in this deck, much capture.
No. No, and certainly you'll need to play to your deck strengths to see that this is not a deck that wants to manage my opponent's amber. This is a deck that wants to build my own as quickly as possible. And as quickly as possible now seems not quite quickly enough. And that Relentless Whispers taking out that Dew Fairy despite the Fog Bank.
Reaping, put him at 4. Ghostly hand, 6.
And right back to 6. Moving very quickly in this one. And we see an interdimensional graph. Another way to manage your opponent's amber, but not a way to stop the key. Leaning on his chaos portal, knowing what he's looking for. Oh, and hoping for a Neurosiphon. The opportunity to steal one amber. Calling Logos. Landing a Snufflegator instead. And losing the game.
There you go. Giving it to
And
him
ending
for
quickly.
quickly. All right. So that was
And
kind of,
forging keys on 3 straight turns to win
yeah,
that game.
yeah, that was kind of a blowout. Unfortunately, those do happen. Um, but that puts Chase at 3-1. So he, despite losing that first game, he kept himself together and still took down the rest of them.
And elevating this deck to power level 2 up to 9 chains after his run in this weekend. Thanks everybody for watching with us. Hope that you all had a good time. We'll be back streaming, I believe, some of Andy's games.
Yep, from the
in
actual
a couple of weeks.
Yep, and it was a sealed event at Fantasy Flight over the last Friday. So sealed events are always interesting to watch. We'll see how it goes. So please come back.